What's up, everybody? This is WiseGuyBets coming to you with DFS picks for today. Today is 5/12/2021. We're looking at the main slate on DraftKings. 10 games on that slate. Let's jump right into it. We're going to look at the pitcher position first. And the pitcher I'm looking at tonight is Brandon Woodruff for Milwaukee. He has a projection of 21.3. He has 51 strikeouts on the season. I love that. His average fantasy points for his games this year is 24 points. His last game, he had 33 fantasy points. Against St. Louis, his last game, he had 40 fantasy points. I definitely think he's someone to get into the lineup tonight. He's definitely someone I'm going to shoot to get in my lineups tonight. So his salary is $9,800. So Mr. Woodruff is someone we're looking at pitcher tonight. Let's look at the catcher position. At catcher, we're looking at Mitch Garver, 4,900 on DraftKings. His projection for tonight is 8.3. His average for the season is 6 fantasy points. Against the White Sox pitcher, he's 4 for 8. He's batting .500. Has 4 singles against the pitcher. Over/under is a little low, 7.5. So hopefully Mr. Garver can get on and we can rally him around and get a run. But I definitely think it's someone we need to focus on tonight. His last game against Chicago White Sox, he had 0, but he did have 10, 4, 6, and 12 in the previous games before that. So Mitch Garver is someone I'm looking to get in the lineup tonight as at the catcher position. Let's look at first baseman. At first base, we're going to take Max Muncy. His projection for the night is 8.5. He has 6 home runs on the season. He's batting .222 on the season. Against this pitcher, he has not faced the Seattle pitcher at all. His salary is $5,500. He had 16 points in the previous game, and he's had 16 over. He's had 16 points over 2 of his last 3 games. So he's playing pretty well right now. So Mr. Moxie is someone I'm going to look at getting in my lineup at the first base position. Let's look at second base. Second base, like New York Yankees, second baseman / third baseman DJ LeMahieu. They're facing Tampa Bay. He's 5,600. He has a projection of 9.4, which is real good for tonight. He has 3 home runs on the season. His average fantasy points for the season over 33 games is 8. In his last game, he had 5. In his last game against Tampa Bay, which was yesterday, he had 5. So, but I like his matchup I like his matchup. He's 3 for 6 against the Tampa Bay pitcher. Batting .500 with 3 singles against his pitcher. So I do like the matchup. Let's look at the third base position. Third base, we're going to look at Alex Bregman for Houston. He's projected 7.7 for the night. He's batting .312 on the season. He's averaging 9 fantasy points during the season for over 29 games. His last game, he had 11 fantasy points. And the last game was against LA yesterday. And he's done pretty well against LA. He did have 1-0 in there, but he has gotten 11, 29, 3, and 17 fantasy points. I do like it. He's 6 for 22 against this pitcher, .273, 5 singles, 1 double. And, so hopefully he can get on base and make some damage and bring in a run tonight. So we're looking at Alex Bregman tonight at third base. Let's look at the shortstop position. At shortstop, we like Corey Seager for the Dodgers. They're facing Seattle. His projection for the night is 9.5. He has 4 home runs on the season. He's batting .272. His average fantasy points for the year is 8. He had 7 in his last game, and I think the last game was against Seattle yesterday. So, yeah, against Seattle in his last 5, he's had 7, 5, 18, 0, and 10 fantasy points. I do like the matchup. He's 1-for-2 against the Seattle pitcher, and that one hit was a home run. So hopefully he can get another one tonight. I think the matchup is pretty good. And they are in home. So let's look at our final position. Let's look at the outfield position. And we're kind of going to take the obvious here. We're going to take Mookie Betts. I think whenever you can get Mookie Betts, Mike Trout, Ronald Acuna in your lineups, you can. You do it. Betts' projection is 9.7 for the night. He has 4 home runs on the season. He's batting .261. His salary is $6,200. He is 2-for-2 with 1 home run against the Seattle pitcher. I like that. So hopefully he can get about 4 at bats tonight and probably get, at least gets on base 2 or 3 times during that period. In his last 5 games against Seattle, he's had 5, 12, 9, 11, and a 0. In his last 3 games, he's had 24 and 5. I expect a breakout game for him, possibly a home run tonight from Mr. Betts. So those are our DFS picks for today. We're using Draft Dashboard, as you see, to kind of get a quick glance at the players, get a good idea of what we want to look at, so you can go do further research and then narrow your lineups down. So those are my picks for today. Until tomorrow, peace.